This is my room before I made it fancy. I love being fancy. My favorite color is fuchsia. That's a fancy way of saying purple. I like to write my name with a pen that has a plume. That's a fancy way of saying feather. And I can't wait to learn French because everything in French sounds fancy. Nobody in my family is fancy at all. They never even ask for sprinkles. Then I eat, I get an idea that is stupendous. That's a fancy word for praise. Maybe I can teach my family how to be fancy. I make an ad and stick it in fridge. The trouble is my family doesn't own any fancy clothes. That's okay. I go find, what is that fancy word? Oh yes, some accessories. May I escort you lovely ladies outside? The limousine is waiting. My dad is our chauffeur. That's fancy word for driver. When we arrive at the King's Crown, everyone looks up. They probably think movie stars. Ooh, this is a great book. I am so proud of my whole family. They eat with their pinkies up, call each other darling. When I eat with my pinky up, everybody sees my purple sparkles. For dessert, let's have parfait. My mommy says that's French for sweet sundaes. Amazing, my mother knows French. When our parfaits are ready, I curtsy and say, mercy. I carry the tray like a fancy waiter. Oops, I tripped. I slipped. The tray does a double flip. I don't feel fancy anymore. I want to go home. I love you. Whoop, I skipped a page. After I get all cleaned up, I put on my dressing gown. Those are fancy words for a bathrobe. I feel much better. I'm ready for a parfait. I tell my parents, thank you for being fancy tonight. I love you, my dad says. I love you, my mom says. And all I say back is, I love you, because there isn't a fancy or better way of saying that. Great job. Give me a little kiss. Thank you.